Hey guys, it's Mia here, and honestly, I wasn't sure if I was gonna stream tonight. I'm a little tired, but I've had the game that I want to play in my Steam library for like 3 years now, so I'm ready to play this. But it's looking like it's gonna be a little darker than I expected because of what I see right here. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed, so if you are one of those people, if you are a child, you shouldn't be on my channel in the first place because I have this channel marked as not for kids. So if you are one of those people, you can go ahead and leave now. I'll give you time to leave before I start. So with that warning out of the way, let's get into this seemingly cute game because that's a little dark way to start out. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit the URL right there. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to the exposure of highly disturbing content. What was that? Why was that so loud? That was so loud. I'm going to turn that down just a smidge so it's not bothering you guys, but that is so loud. I agree. What am I getting into? What did I just do? Oh boy. This game is really loud. Hold on, where is the... I'm gonna bump that down just a smidge because that is so loud. How's that? Is that good? Still seems loud. Let's bump it down a little more. Right there should be fine. Let's start a new game. Oh, please enter your name. Let's go, let's go. Honestly, I've always wanted to join a literature club. Hey, who are you? I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. My character's kind of a jerk, not gonna lie. That girl is Sayori? Sayori. Oh no, not these names. I'm gonna have trouble pronouncing everything. Okay, a good friend and neighbor since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school on days like this. Starting around high school, we overslept more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Wow, who am I in this scenario, and why am I being so critical of this girl? But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. I don't like my character. Can I just say that? Can I say that? I don't like my character. What is happening right now? However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean. But if people stare at you for acting weird, I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. A couple? Aren't we friends? And you know, you aren't kind of friends with her, so people might assume something. Anyway, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Well, I don't know about that. I can be a bit mean when I want. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to the school. We draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, have you decided to join a club yet? Well, I was thinking about joining a club. A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Hey, that's That's not true. You told me you wanted to join a club this year. What grade are they supposed to be? Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with it. But, okay, why are you friends with her? Why am I friends with her? If this is my reaction every time she's around me, why in the hell am I friends with her? I'm so confused. Sayori likes to worry about a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I was worried you won't learn to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness really is important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but if I die at the thought of you becoming a net? What is a net? What is a net? I'm sure that stands for something, but I've never heard what that is. What does that mean? In a few years, because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if that'll make you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by this such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised that you didn't let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to erase her. Ease her mind a little. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. Hey, why am I friends with this girl? This character must care about this girl a little bit. He's so flip-floppy in his head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After picking up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. I don't think my school really had any clubs when I was in school. I can't remember any that I can think of. They had math club and stuff like that, but I don't think they ever had a book club or anime club or game club. If they did, I would for sure be joining the a book club or whatever. Hello! Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Wait, you could come into my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Why am I so mean to this girl? What did she do? Meanie. Sayori is the vice president of the Here we go. Can I read today? Can I read? Let's try this again. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. Whoops. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. I disagree. I read all the time. I have the videos on my channel to prove it. I've been having a struggle reading lately, but it's getting better. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why don't you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. Uh-oh. And Natsuki? made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori really is that much of an airhead, or if she's just so cunning to have planned it all out. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yay, let's go! Again, why am I friends with this poor girl? Like, I sound like I don't like her at all, but then I'm just putting up with her shit because she's there and we're old friends. Like, you know, if you don't like an old friend, it's okay to walk away. You don't have to keep being friends with them if you no longer have any interest in what they're doing, or you no longer have any more shared interest. There's nothing wrong in not being friends anymore, and he's just like, I'm gonna sit here and be a jerk. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for cupcakes. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, a new member is here. I told you, don't call me new member. Welcome to the litter. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna struggle to say the title of the game, the whole game, I swear. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? I don't think I'm a boy. Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Mia, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry, didn't mean to offend. I was just thinking. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude's name is apparently Natsuki. What is the one I don't recognize? Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. You just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear and turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears considerably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Mia. I don't think we've met, but hi. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we really talk, but we were in the same class this year. Monica is probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me is so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Nice to see you again. I didn't remember the last time we talked, but hi. Come on, sit down. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me, Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Tea and cupcakes, I'm down. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Monica and Yuki walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh! Natsuki licks? Oh boy, here we go. Natsuki lifts the foil tray off to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes. such a mess. It was so bad, so bad. Whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika, and I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake in my fingers, looking at the best angle to bite. I'm weird. When I eat a cupcake or a cake, I'll take it out of the wrapper if it's a cupcake, and I'll flip the cupcake upside down and just eat the cake and leave the frosting. And if it's a cake, I'll just turn it upside down and eat away the cake until there's a frosting piece left, because for whatever reason, the icing on normal cupcakes and cakes does not sit well in my stomach, so it makes me feel terrible if I eat it. But if you give me cream cheese icing or whipped cream icing, I can eat that all, no problem. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Finally, I bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. I could not be more opposite of this person I am playing. I don't know what I expected, but I thought we were going to get to choose our character. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I heard this somewhere before. Made them for you or anything. Yeah? I thought you technically did. Sayori said... Well, maybe. But not for you. You know, you dummy. Alright. I didn't say anything. I give up on Mizuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuki turns to the table and carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep the whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. I feel like I should give her a British accent, but I don't want to offend any British people watching. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? You know, sometimes. Honestly, sitting down with a cup of tea, nice and warm, with a good cozy book, is the best. You can just enjoy a story and sip your tea, and it's nice. Although it's not so fun if you accidentally spill tea on your book. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulting, Yuri looks away. I mean, you know... I believe you. It's okay. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. Again, could not be more opposite of this person I'm playing. I don't know. Excuse me, can I not pick my character? I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was kind of coerced, but you know, I love reading anyway, so I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so... that's okay, don't be embarrassed. Well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member at any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. As much as I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. I a space for myself where I can just talk about my hobbies that I enjoy doing. And so that's what I do. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica is a really great leader. Yuri nods in agreement. So far this is really cute. I don't see what the wording is about. I feel like I'm going to regret saying that because they wouldn't put a warning if one was not needed. So, yeah. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the literature club. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when that's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. Unless you're a bookworm like me. Like, my family has been trying to convince me to get a Nook, but there's just something about worming my way through the pages of a book. Like, I'm a bookworm. I like to worm my way through the pages and like hold an actual book. But I have heard so many cases of like, oh, it's so much easier when you're like multitasking and doing other things. You can just hold the Nook and call it good. And like, I know I don't have any more bookshelf space. I get that. I know. And honestly, I'm a little overwhelmed by the amount of books I do have to read, but there's just something about flipping through a book that gets me every time. I would join the literature club in a heartbeat. You wouldn't have to drag me. I'd be like, can I join? You have to work to convince people that it's both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festivals that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this literature club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have to work really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still really don't know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. Speak for yourself, because I definitely can. I can talk your ear off of books for hours if you don't stop me. So if you get me talking on books, we can go all day. We could be there all day. I'll tell you what my favorites were the worst, what was had the best adaptation. I could go on and on and on and on and on. You just have to walk away, because I could talk your ear off. So, what kind of things do you like to read? You've started the train. I'm more into like YA fantasy, although I've started reading like more adult fantasy, and some of them are okay. Like, I don't know, I'm more into young adult fantasy. That's where I got started in reading, and that's what I've continued to read even as an adult now. And like, just recently I started rereading The Golden Compass, which, in my opinion, has the closest adaptation in the His Dark Materials show that came out last year. Like, I've never seen a better adaptation, and I love it. And my friend got me it for Christmas, and like, that makes it even more special to me. I can read fantasy all the time. Considering how little I've read in the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. See, I could not be more opposite from this character. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Azuki's head suddenly perks. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. No, I beg to differ. I'm very much a reader. Although I haven't been reading as much this year. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Sayori's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Same. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Yup. Am I Yuri? Because she's got the same opinion as me so far. I'm telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on and on, very clearly passionate about her reading. Sounds like me. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way she lights up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Again, I can definitely agree. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Yeah. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped for something I can relate to on a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. No, I'm engaging. I don't know about this person I'm playing, but I'm definitely engaging. Like, sign me up there, I agree. Although I don't read much horror. I think the last horror book I read was the Creepypasta collection, like, 3 years ago. I don't read a lot of horror, and I don't play a lot of horror. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think and takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. This girl is me! I'm calling it this girl is me! She's like me to a T with reading. What is happening? Why do I relate more to her than I do to the character I'm actually playing? What the fuck? Surreal horror is often successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Kazuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. I didn't do anything. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Kazuki? Oh, the one with the attitude likes cute things. Why am I not surprised? What gives you that idea? Probably the kitty cupcakes. You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looks like you were writing a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give me that back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems... Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Ooh, called out. Shiori slides up behind Mizuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Mizuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Honestly, yeah, I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? Nope. No. Mizuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Mizuki feels. Sharing level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Why do I feel like I'm getting lectured? What is happening? Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe you should share some of your work. You can set an example and help Mizuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess that's the same for Yuri. Why does my mouth feel so dry today? My mouth is dry, my lips are chapped, I don't know what's going on. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Mizuki and Yuri look over quizzically at Monica. Let's go home and write poems of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what has been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join your club. I'm sorry, I thought... Mia. Hey, look, if this character was me, if I had a choice in this scenario, I would join. Yes, I would say yes. My character's just kind of an ass. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with you. Okay, hold on. Right. Who am I playing and why am I playing him? I don't like this character whatsoever. He seems like an asshole. Okay, I've made a decision. I'll join the literature club. I said that, like, as soon as Sayori asked me to join, I was like, hell yeah, I'm down. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, wait a minute. You really did scare me a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Ha. Thanks, I guess. Thanks. What are we reading? Sign me up. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it the next morning so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Why do you keep doing that? Yeah. Excuse me. I can really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and the student clean up their food. Hey, since you're already here, wanna walk home together? That's right, Yuri and I never walk home together anymore, because she's always stayed up for after-school clubs. I mean, yeah, well, sure, why not? Yay! What just happened? My box went away for a second. With that, the two of us departed the classroom and make our way home. I would have been so down to join a literature club if my school had one. I don't know what we'd be reading, but I'd be recommending books, I'd be explaining why I recommended the said books, I'd be doing the writing prompts. I'm just a reading nerd. I would be so down. I would be so down. I have no idea. I could not be any more opposite from this character that I'm playing as right now. The whole way home, my mind wanders back and forth between the girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Yep. What are we reading? When are we reading it? And what are we writing after we read it? Alright, I just need to make the most of the circumstances and good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with the writing the poem tonight. Oh yeah, I forgot. Wait, do I have to actually write it? Oh, I guess that answers my question. Pick a word you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem most. Wait, is this a dating game? That's gonna be so awkward if this is a dating game. Hold on. Ooh, I thought this was... Okay. I'm here now. Okay, what am I doing? Ocean, silly, pink, joy, lollipop, clouds, sparkle, play, together, skipping, comfort, puppy, waterfall, animal, endless magic, imagination. Alone, chocolate, beauty, passion, adventure, infernal, ghost. What? This is not a poem. This is just a cacophony of words. Embrace. Universe. unstable email, lust, promise, calm, death, cage, a whirlwind. Peace, loud, empty, romance, precious color, music, tone, fleet, depression. Peace. Pure, kawaii. Really, you made me say kawaii? Oh gosh. Fluffy, heart hop, summer, defeat. Laugh, uncontrollable, daydream. Disorient, journey. Existence. Boop. Horror, nature, proposed kiss, despise, brain grab, finka. Pleasure, agonizing hurt, headphones. Incongruent, strawberry, determination. Frightening, unrestrained, smile, extreme, ambient. Graveyard, whisper, vanilla. I don't know what this is gonna amount to. It's probably gonna be horrible. Glad to see you. Don't run away on us. Don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in. Everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise. You know, no worries. I don't know who the dude I'm playing is as, but I'm down to hang out. I hope it isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive. Excuse me, I don't know what's up with my throat today. Making you dive into the literature club when you're not accustomed to it. Are you kidding? Do you see my room? I have 4 bookshelves in here, and I already need another one. I don't know who said I'm not into literature, but they lied. Oh, come on. Like, he deserves any slack. Sayori told me he didn't even want to join a club this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan on coming here to hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then we won't let you see the end of it. Nazuki, you clearly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the classroom. Nazuki finds herself stuck between Monica and manga. Manga is literature. I mean, she's not wrong. Oh, hi, Mocha. I have no idea how to say the last part of your name. I am so sorry. But hi, welcome in. Swiftly defeated, Nazuki pops back in her seat. Don't worry, guys. Mia always gives her best, as long as she's having fun. She helps me with busy work without even asking. Likes cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is messy and it's distracting. I don't like a messy room either, mainly because I'm a klutz, and if I have stuff laying all over my room or my house, that would not be a good time for me. I'd be on my ass more than on my feet if my house was a mess. And you're almost at your house. Oh gosh, yeah, you don't need to be in the kitchen. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Hold on, there's nothing to be jealous over. We can all be friends here. How come? You and Mia can become friends too. Sayori? Girl. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. I had a friend like Sayori. I'm just gonna say, she was like super into anime, super into all of that stuff. Like, I like anime and stuff too, but she would speak anime, and I'm like, what did you say? So I guess I can understand like putting up with a friend that's a little overly bubbly and overly into anime. Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Oh, don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What did I do? Sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. It's cool. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. this gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Excuse me? Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, and it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. Yeah, I'm down. What are we reading? Hi, Doki the Basilisk. Welcome in. This game had a warning at the beginning of it, so if disturbing stuff bothers you or you're in a bad mental headspace, you probably shouldn't watch this. It seems pretty cute so far, so I don't know what the warning was about, but I feel like I'm going to regret saying that. So, how is this girl accidentally being so cute? Even if she picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading it, for the life of me, I cannot read out loud. I can read like Sonic in my head, but if I'm reading aloud, it's like, do I even know how to speak English? You're gonna see me struggle to read this entire time, even though I had a college level reading level in middle school. So, bear with me in my horrible reading. Thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Okay. As a reader, I think that you and a friend, or you and your significant other, going to the bookstore together and buying each other your favorite book. Like, you buy your favorite book for them and they buy their favorite book for you. And then you sit down and read the book, and as you read the book, you like annotate it and like write your thoughts down in it. And then when you're both finished with the book, you give the books back, and then you go through and read the book again with what your significant other likes, and you get to see what your significant other thinks about your favorite book. Like, I think that would be so freaking cute. Like, even if they didn't like the book that you consider your favorite book, I think there's something so adorable and special in that, and then that copy of that book is that much more special to you. Even though I am most certainly not someone that writes in their books, I think that would be so adorable to do, and I want to do it with one of my best friends or my significant other sometime. That would be so fun. See, I told you I'm the complete opposite of the person I'm playing as. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But it doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already in a book. Yuri, right now I'm calling it, Yuri is me. Like, Yuri is me in real life. I'm like, I have a book, I'm down, I'm reading, I'm good. I can't help but notice her intense expression while she's reading. I was reading one day, and my mom saw me, and she goes, "Boy, you intense much?" And I was like, "Wait, what's intense?" She goes, "Your face is so intense while you're reading." I was like, "It is, I'm just reading." Because, like, I don't know how most people read, but as I'm reading, I'll sit there and I'll come up with, like, I'll turn the book and the words into a movie in my head, and I'll picture myself in the main character's place. And so, as I'm reading, all that's going through my head, I'm turning the book into a movie in my head and putting myself in place of the main character. And so, apparently, I make a really intense face when I do that. Like, I'm concentrating really hard. And I never knew that until Mom said something. Meanwhile, Mizuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more. But at the same time, I feel bad for distracting her from reading. Okay, I don't know if this is anybody else, but it seems like I could be doing something all day, right? Like, whether it's this, or gaming, or like exercising, or just chilling out by myself, listening to music. But the second I pick up a book, even though nobody wanted a word from me all the rest of the day, the second I pick up a book, it's like suddenly I'm the most popular person on the planet. And I'm like, really? 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 I wanted someone to hang out with earlier and was just vibing and nobody messed with me. The second I want to dive into a different world, everybody wants to hang out. And like, another thing, if you see someone with a book, as long as they, like, especially if they just started reading, don't start talking to them. I don't know what it is with non-readers, but when someone picks up a book, leave them alone, unless it's an emergency, or unless they've been reading for like an hour or more. Let them read. Like, what the heck? Why is it every time, like, we could sit in silence all day, but the second I pick up a book, you suddenly chatty. Like, what is up with that? Like, do you feel left out because you're not diving into the world with me? By all means, go get a copy of the book and read it with me. But don't interrupt me when I put my nose in a book. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the book she lent to me. More than that, it seems like she's on the first few pages. Ah, whoa. The music changed. What does that mean? Crap! I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But it only makes her hide deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. I was focused, and I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? What book did she give me? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. You wanted to buddy read it with me. I'm just curious how you came to have two copies of the same book. Well, I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something faintly obvious here that Yuri is telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Is that a real book? I've never heard of that. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Ooh, is it like a supernatural mystery? It's like the, kind of reminds me of like the journal from Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls is an amazing show, and the creator putting his foot down and saying, no, there is not going to be any more seasons to this, there's not going to be a movie, I'm telling my story as I want to tell it, and when it's done, it's done. Him putting his foot down and doing that, much like the creators of His Dark Materials, the series that came out as a adaptation of the His Dark Materials book series, I love when a creator is able to say, nope, I'm putting my foot down, this is how it's going, this is how it's staying. I love when a creator does that to a big studio because it's more people need to do that instead of bowing down and saying, yes sir, we'll continue this series till we run it into the mud. Boy, this is the game for me. I can go on a rant on books and play games at the same time. I can't believe I've had this sitting in my Steam library for 3 years. Yuri wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life's in danger, she desperately needs to choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Honestly, it sounds really intriguing. That kind of sounds like, Stranger with My Face. That was a book first, but I saw the movie first. And Stranger with My Face is kind of about this girl, and she finds out that she's adopted. And when she finds out she's adopted, all hell starts to break loose for her, and she has to figure out why. And she keeps seeing like herself everywhere, and people keep telling her, "You were at the party last night." And she's like, "No, no, 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 no. Never went to a party. I was never at a party." Like, it kind of reminds me of Stranger with My Face. If you haven't seen it or read it, if you can find it, try to watch it or try to read it, because it's a trippy good story. Genuinely giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing? Actually, yes, give me more of it. Why? This character is nothing like me. Could I not have chosen my personality? What is it like? I'm literally playing the opposite of myself. They are even a guy in the story. What is going on? I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri is into those things. She shows. See, there I go again. She's so shy and reclusive outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just those kinds of stories. They challenge you to look at life from strange new perspectives. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals and their own philosophy they believe in. Then suddenly you're a thought-related protagonist. They're made out to be naive for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Trust me, I do the same thing when you get me talking about hobbies. Like, I'm literally Yuri. Why am I not playing Yuri? Can I switch? Can I play Yuri and this asshole is the one I'm talking to? I just called myself an asshole. This is so bizarre. What am I playing? Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel I should let you know that I have this problem. When things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So, I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please, stop me if I'm talking too much. Yes, if I'm talking too much, just stop me. That's fine. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. You have no idea. I have about 126 book videos on my channel. I can tell you that exact same thing. At least I can do is listen. The literature club, after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. No, trust me, I want to. What were you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, is it fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to yours. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. You know, I tried buddy reading only like twice lately, and it was so strange. It's not that I didn't I enjoyed it. It was nice to like be reading the same book with someone and sit there and like talk about this chapter and that chapter, but I felt like I accidentally got too far ahead. Like my friend for my birthday last year got me a book, and he's like, you know what, I'll get the same one because I was planning on getting it anyway, and we'll buddy read it. I was like, oh hell yeah, I'm down, let's read it. It was The Fourth Wing, which is a whole nother thing, but it was The Fourth Wing, and we were reading it together, and I accidentally kind of left him in the dust. So then I slowed down and he left me in the dust. So it was so weird buddy reading for the first time. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and it starts with a strange prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye, and I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Oh, so sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I apologize a little too much. I am so Yuri. I'm playing the wrong character. She's even got the long-ass hair. Like, I would love it if my hair was that long. It'd probably be a lot to manage, but I love that, like, long of hair. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up until it's against Yuri's and hold my book more between us than before. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean a little on our shoulders, almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I use my right hand to hold the book up. I guess that makes it difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah. I do the same thing with my right arm. With my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides her thumb under after and flips it to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. As if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Hey? What? Sorry? I was thinking. To turn the page. Ah, sorry. I wasn't actually reading. I was paying attention to how close you were because I'm not used to having somebody so close when I read. I glance over Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'm going to be able to keep her with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I beg to differ. I have 4 bookshelves, and all of them are free, or full. Free? No, hell no. I wish I had free bookshelf space. I really need to stop getting books. Like, I think I need to go on a perma book ban until some of these are gone. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she's finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it. How is this horror? What am I missing? Why was there a warning at the beginning of the thing that said this was bad for people that are in a bad headspace? Like, this is not... This is a dating simulation. What? I did not... I thought this was gonna be a completely different game. I'm so confused. My thumb genuinely letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side, catching it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be silly thought, but the main character of the book kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You don't even know her. You think so? How did she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she second guesses all the things she says in this. A little bit. Like she's afraid to do something wrong. It's not that I can see into your head or anything, but their kind of resentment is something of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But, Mia, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean any offense by it. Like, I didn't mean it in a bad way. I'm sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant it's kind of cute. saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time to share today. I forgot about the poems. I completely forgot about the poem. I don't think it was really much me writing a poem. It's me making a lab rat, making what am I trying to say? A mad lab. I completely forgot about the poem. Short-term memory, does it exist? Not for me. Okay. Is that alright, Yuri? What did I miss? I wasn't paying attention. You look kind of down. Does she? Sorry, I haven't been looking for. If you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. I'm fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? Excuse me. I guess I don't have much preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters on your own time. 2 chapters? I'd be blazing through that book. Sorry, I'm leaving you in the dust. I don't know if that's bad buddy reading etiquette, but when I get into a book, I can read it in a day. Especially a book like how she described the book, I would be gone. I'd be like, see you later, I'm leaving you. Take a mental note of where I left off in the book. You never close your book without a bookmark. Don't close your book without a bookmark. Okay, I'm the type of reader that I remember what I've read in a book, so I can just easily flip back to the last thing I don't remember reading, because my friends and my brother all the time would try to mess with me by moving my bookmark or taking my bookmark out, which by the way is annoying. It's not funny. It's kind of really petty. Don't do that to a reader. But anyway, that's besides the point. But they would always do that, and I'd always be sitting there, I'd pick up the book, I'd open it and be like, wait, I didn't read this wasn't where I was, what happened? And I'd immediately flip through and find my page, and they're like, how do you do that? I'm like, so you moved my bookmark, and what do you mean, how do I do that? And they're like, how do you flip seemingly right to the page you were? And I was like, A, I remember about the size of the amount of pages that I've read already, which helps, and B, I remember what I've read and what I haven't read, and then I flip back to where I read. And I did that so often because they would try to trick me and do it, and they would wait between times of doing it to me so I wouldn't know they were gonna do it, and then they just gave up. They were like, we can't trick you with that, we can't make you lose your spot, so we gave up. I'm like, first off, why would you do that? Second off, good. Don't do that to a reader. It's not funny. It's just annoying. And we're gonna find our spot if we're actually paying attention to what the hell is going on in the book. But here recently, I've gotten used to using those magnet bookmarks because someone gave me one of them for Christmas, or I bought one with Christmas money. Not this year, but last year. I have not used our normal bookmarks since. They're just so nice because if you drop your book, it always seems like the bookmark falls out. No matter if the book stays closed or not, that bookmark is gone. But with the magnet bookmarks, not only do they say what side of the page you're on, because they have a little arrow on them, but they stay on the page because they're magnetized to the other side of it. They're just so much better than normal bookmarks. Sorry, I went on a rant. See, I told you I'm like Yuri. I don't know why I'm playing this asshole, but here we are. But either way, did you remember to write the poem? I completely forgot we were doing that, but yes, I wrote one. It was more on that. Why do I keep wanting to say I'm that rat? Well, I know everyone's ready, so we'll find something to share with. I can't wait. I forgot what I even said. I forgot this whole poem thing existed. I got to talking about books and I was gone on a tangent. I'm so sorry. You guys are probably like, this is not what I came to watch. She's just ranting about books. See, or is on a wrinkled sheet of loosely paper torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see that Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Mine is not pristine. Mine is a mess. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same for myself. Who should I show my Let's show it to Yuri. Yuri, you and me are going to be best friends. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I start with her. I should trust her opinion to be fair. Oh, I kind of feel bad for Sayori though, because we're supposed to be lifelong friends and I'm like latched on to Yuri here. Oops. Yuri reads the poem and I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Eh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yeah, you kind of did. Yuri first covers her mouth and then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. Yeah, I am definitely Yuri. You really didn't do anything wrong. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a deep breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Do you use your read what is on the screen? It's not that hard. You use your imagination. Give me a second, I'll get there. Your use of imaginary and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? I don't write poems. I write songs, and I write stories. None of them are particularly good, but I don't share them with anyone, so it doesn't really matter if they're not all that good. Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really? Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly and then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just met, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are a lot of specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. Wait, really? Yeah, I guess that'd be true. Everybody learns nuances the more that they do stuff. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick writing styles separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. Sounds like a confusing way of doing things, but okay. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Same. I am Yuri. I am telling you now. Everything Yuri has said, I'm like, yep. Yep. I gotcha. I agree. We're on the same length here. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes together with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. No, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, or to me, or to Misaki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh no, it's cursive. Sort of. Uh-oh. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate breath beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last reigning street light to have withstood the test of time. The last to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, bathing in air of the present, but living in the past. Light flickers, I flicker back. Oh, so it's like you're so used to the technology you used to have, but now we have all this crazy new technology and you don't like it? Is that what it is? Like, it's you're struggling to adapt to the time? I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. Girl, your handwriting is pristine. You should see mine. You won't be able to tell what the hell I'm even trying to say. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I don't read scripts that often. I really don't. Like, my grandma writes in cursive, plus she writes really tiny, and I'm like, Grandma, can I have translation, please, and thank you? I don't think we learned cursive enough in school, and I don't think they learn it anymore in school now, which kind of sucks. Like, kids aren't even gonna know how to sign their own name unless their parents teach them, and their parents barely know it. Okay, that's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. No, not at all. I'm really glad you like it. But to be honest, since it's your first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. And something, what do you normally write? Because that seemed like a kind of sad and thought-provoking poem. So what do you normally write? Are you in the ghost series? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all. I didn't think it was. You totally missed the point. Well, supposedly you did only glance over it after all. No, I read it. I think I got the gist of the poem. They usually work more often to tell the story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in our last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. That's what I said. I understood. I got it. I'm there. Soon to be left with nothing. Oh, that's a lot more solemn, put him that way. I hadn't even thought of that. Yes, I did. I am not this character. I want to switch characters. Let me play Yuri. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. Is that so? What did my poem even say? Do I even get to read it? Yeah. You know, I was really nervous about doing this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, me. But don't do your best for me. Do your best because you want to. Don't feel pressured to do anything because of me. Like, that's... me too. Okay, let's go. Shiori was my friend, right? Yeah, because Mizuki was the one that made the cupcakes. This is a good poem, thanks. Are you sure that's your first time? You know, Yuri said the same thing. Of course, it's not that good. I'm the kind of girl who would be writing poems in her spare time. Yeah, I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously, or you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you really are part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the classroom. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? I certainly hope not. I'm trying. Trying new things like this for other people. That's something only a really good person would do. She's so sweet. I'm wondering how this is all gonna blow up in my face, because that warning has me on edge. The warning at the beginning make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that. Yay! Now, I'll read your poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Give me the poem. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through the blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not bad. I want breakfast. I guess it's more of a haiku then, because the ending didn't real rhyme. Sorry. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a wee bit. You can answer just a little bit to a yes question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least it makes me feel better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. I mean, I thought it was cute. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice. How should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I am horrible. I am so horrible when it comes to that. Like, if I skip breakfast, I'll eat lunch. But if I have breakfast, I'll skip lunch. Especially if I have a big breakfast. Don't do that. It's not good for you. There's a reason we're supposed to eat 3 meals a day. Well, there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica is the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. I have never wrote a poem. Monica's straight. Well, that's about what I expected from someone like you. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't invoke any emotions. So bad. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass, thanks. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Now I see. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can sneak, cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. I mean, that's fair. Everybody does their own thing and people try. We can try and try our best, but that's all we can do. I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But it isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves. I mean, true. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. That's the first time I've agreed with the character I'm playing as. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. I mean, it kind of does, because it makes you think, wow, we can all try, and we all have our own things that we do. But at the end of the day, that's all we can do is try. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up the rhyme at the end, but then made it fall. Oh, you did that on purpose. Gotcha. Sorry, I criticized that part. I didn't know. did it on purpose. Apologies. It helps to bring out the feeling of the last line. So you did. I guess the more I went into it, then I realized that's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. I didn't expect that from the youngest here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how everyone is, but if Nazuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away. I don't want to read Monica's. Monica gives me the creeps and I don't know why. Hey, Mia. I'm sorry, I didn't say you gave me the creeps. What? Huh? Who? I said nothing. I said not a word. Having a good time so far? Yeah, it's chill. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'll always be listening. No, thank you. Don't be afraid to bring... Why does she creep me out? What is it that hurt about her that creeps me out? Did I accidentally... I saw some weird pictures when I was looking at the thumbnails for it, when I was looking up elements to make thumbnails. There was a weird picture of her, and I don't know if that was fan-made, but because of that, I'm a little creeped out, and I don't trust her, and I'm like, is that fan-made? But then there's this warning at the beginning of the game. I don't know where this is heading. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better at just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Yeah, sure. Here you go. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Stop doing that. Don't worry. We're all embarrassed today, you know? But it's the sort of thing that read. I'm not a bad reader. I swear. I promise. I'm not bad. But it's the sort of, I think it's because my mind's reading it faster than my mouth can say it, so then I get really tongue-tied because my brain's 10 steps ahead of my mouth. That's gotta be what it is, because my brain's all the way through the sentence before my mouth even says anything. But that's the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job. Can I read what I wrote? Because I don't even know what I wrote. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. Yeah, I'm sure you were. It's very metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imaginary and symbolism. Oh my god, read the word, imagery. Imagery and symbolism. Unlike Yuri, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. And I feel like that's good for a lot of books, because in books and in shows, I think that's why Studio Ghibli movies are so popular and so beautifully made, is because they purposely leave the meaning of their stories vague. And when an author does that too, it leaves the writer to see their story in their own light and in their own perspective, and that way it gives specific meaning to different readers. It could mean happiness for one reader, or sadness for another, or a relatable moment for a different person. It is such a cool thing when writers and movie makers are able to build a story and have it have an ending that makes sense, but still leave it so open-ended and so open to interpretation that the people watching or reading it are able to discern their own meaning and their own thoughts behind it. That is such a cool thing to do, and I'm rambling again, I'm so sorry. habit or just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level. Don't worry much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring it and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while to feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. Look, I was just clicking random words. Nobody forced me to do anything. I was just sounding words that stood out to me. But it's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? I forgot you had one to show me. You were going on so long and then I went off on a tangent. Yes, just show me the stupid poem. Sounds pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I like to sound, because I have to sound confident. What do you mean you have to? That doesn't always mean I feel that way, you know? Is it because you're the class president you feel you have to be confident? Because you don't have to be president. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction of the speckle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My ratons already scorched with permanent copy of meaningless images. Oh, my retinas! Good lord. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of this meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he was on the other side. Was looking in. Is she being stalked? Are you being stalked? Are you okay? This is just a poem, right? Like, you're alright, right? What? That sounds a little creepy, not gonna lie. Sorry. I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, the kind of style has gotten pretty has it? Has it really? What did I miss? Thus, a lot of poems have been emphasizing on timing between the word lines, which I probably screwed up, and I'm immensely sorry for ruining the purity of your poem, I guess. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. About new stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too yes, it does. You just gotta walk away. Just walk away, take a minute, and then come back. It's just like painting. if you work on a painting too long, you'll start to hate it because you start to see all the minuscule little bad details of it. And I've noticed if I just sit there writing a story, it'll start to get really rambly, and then like I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. And then I come back and like take a break and put it away, and then go back and reread it, and then you see all the details you can fix to make it better. Trust me, if you're doing something creative, it takes a good, like, just take a step back for a second. Stop looking at it. Do something else. Exercise, stretch, walk around, talk to people. Just walk away from it for a minute and just let yourself, let yourself not work on it. It's perfectly okay to not work on something you're working on because your brain does get a little too fixated on all the superficial details, and then you start to hate it, and then you want to give up. So just walk away. Don't let yourself get to that point. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get in a big dark puddle of ink. Exactly. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's basically my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Wait, you didn't give advice yesterday. Or is it because we just drew? Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if everyone is being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up for themselves. This is a literature club after all. Sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange pieces of paper and are staring at their respective poems. They read in tandem and watch each other's expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What with the language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns to the poem on the desk. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem on the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. Yeah. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Nia did too. So based on that, I'd gladly give some suggestions away. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. And you know, that's a good thing too. Like, you gotta be open to criticism as someone who does stuff creatively, but also, your style is your style for a reason. That's because you feel comfortable doing your style. It's okay to take advice from people and like add that to your style, but you don't have to completely change your style to fit somebody else's opinion. Who gives a damn? You're doing what you enjoy, so do it. As long as you're not hurting yourself or somebody else, and it's something you enjoy doing, who gives two fucks what other people think? Who cares? Which I haven't yet. Nah. And Mia liked my poem too, you know. She told me she was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? Wait, hold on. Please, girls, just take a breather. Don't need to fight. Why did the music stop? Did I do that? Or did they do that? I didn't realize you were so interested in trying to impress our new member. Music's back. That's not what I... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Mia appreciates my advice more than she appreciates yours. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. I did not say that. Just take a chill pill, y'all. Huh? How do you know she didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Okay, girls, take a step. Is everyone okay? Thank you, Sayori. Somebody's looking. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as... Okay. Natsuki. Oh, Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Okay, they're both getting snappy. I don't like fighting, you guys. Suddenly, both girls turn towards me. Okay. Mia. She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. You kind of both started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective. Look, you both have your own styles. There's nothing wrong with that. What has happened? Then there wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? Look, I understood both of your problems. Can we just take a step back and calm down? Like, I got them both. The simple one and the complicated one. The complicated one was a little hard to read because it was in cursive, but I got there. Help me explain that to her. Oh, wait. There's a reason I have so many deep expressive words in my own language. There's only one way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most efficiently. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. Okay, that's a bit mean. You understand that, right? No. Well, hold on here. Why am I being thrown in the middle? Wait a minute. No. Both of your poems were fine. I understood both of them equally fine. You guys are just getting heated because you have different opinions on styles, and that is perfectly fine. That doesn't mean one of yours is better than the other. Can we just take a step back? How did I get dragged into this? What did I know? It's not like I know anything, but whoever I agree with will probably think more highly of me. Okay. Of course that's going to be... Okay, help. I don't agree with either of them. I agree with both of them, and I don't want to... So instead I turn to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is defensive, so I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori, hey, yeah? Everyone's fighting, and it's making Sayori uncomfortable. How come the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Sayori. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. Where did the music go? I agree. It's unfair for others to inject their own feelings into our conflict. Hey, you dragged me in. Is that not the same thing? Why is it okay to drag me into your fight, but it's not okay to drag her in? What did I do? She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Oh goodness, what is this? Calm down. Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy, please. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they make beautiful pictures in your head. Exactly, well said, Sayori. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki is cute and there's nothing wrong with it. And Yuri's books are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Oh, goodness gracious. honest, I might come off as a good leader, but I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. I noticed. As president, that's kind of embarrassing for me. Nah. It's not like I can blame you. It wasn't like I was able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways. Yeah, you could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. Well, just because somebody's bubbly and fun all the time doesn't mean they can't be smart. That's like saying if you're bubbly, you have to be stupid. Like, you can be bubbly and smart. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get hurt. Thanks to us. You can count on me. Monica smiles. Okay, so I'm not the only one thinking that she's a little off. She genuinely really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could have a chance to talk to her a little more. Oh, I took stomach nodding in a different way. Okay, everyone, it's about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? Well, 2 of us got very heated, so it was a lot of fun. Well, that's it, everything. It is alright. Well, mostly. How about me? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was okay until the whole fight almost broke out, but we're good. It was a neat thing to talk about, everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So, your poems turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. Hold on. Don't change your writing style just to impress people. That's a slippery slope, because the truth of the matter is you're never going to impress everyone. Everyone's gonna have a critic. No one's gonna well, not no one, but not everyone's gonna like you, and trying to make everybody like you is a bad road to go down, because it's never gonna work out, and you're just gonna end up feeling miserable because you're not doing what you want. You're doing everything to impress other people. Don't do that. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Yeah. Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It really has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Oh, he's coming around. Or I'm coming around. She's coming around. I'm so confused. Why am I playing a boy? Sayori, what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. Why didn't you think they were bad people just because they got into a little argument? Everybody argues. You don't hate them, do you? No. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, it's nice I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing the way you get along with everyone makes me the happiest. She is so freaking sweet. She seems like a good friend to have. I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori hasn't caught on to the fact that the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, right? But does it really need to stop there? Yes. We'll have to see what the future holds. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said more to myself than to her. It's easier to use Sayori as an internal one. I don't like my character. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. I think I'm gonna call it here. So, I'm gonna save. I don't know how well the saving works in that game, but here you go. I hope you guys enjoyed. Just to warn you, you might want to lower the music slightly. Oh, is it loud? Has it been too loud this whole time? Sorry. Last time I turned the music down on a different game, everybody said the game was quiet. Is that good? Can you hear me better? But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and... Whoa. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.